That's Claire.
And that's Darcy. And we are your co-hosts and co-founders of Chaos to Curtain, the theatre company, and obviously this beautiful podcast.
So, what's in a name?
What?
I cannot give you my name, for it is the only one I've had. Write us down as an ass, or we have named this thing. So basically, guys, if you haven't guessed, we are covering our name. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Apart from that, we are covering what today in this episode we're covering our name and how I
got you. You've just led in. All right.
Oh, if you know what the quotes are, they're from theatre plays or musicals, whatever, write down in the comments below. We would appreciate that and have a guess. I'm not going to tell you where they're from. And then we're also going to be doing some boring but very essential things as well. We're going to share with you guys today as well.
It's part of the journey.
It's part of the journey. But before all that, we're going to do some more fun things. So, do you want to play a game?
I do, but first I want to remind everybody else at home who's listening or watching, Darcy made this amazing board and we're going to bring it out every time, but we can't put it on a curtain behind us. So remember to follow us on Facebook, on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram. We're working hard on our socials and we need you to keep following. And for the people that do comment, share, subscribe, like, thank you so much. Really, really impressed with everybody's support so far and absolutely blown away.
And all the feedback you've given us when we asked for it was brilliant and it was quite constructive.
It was good. It was good. Basically, talk less.
Yeah.
So what's the biggest thing?
So we're going to try
less.
I mean, have you met us? Anyway, so
okay,
this is the game. The name game is I'm basically going to, it's a quick fire round. I'm going to read out a phrase or a word and I want you to tell me what comes into your head straight away.
Oh, dear Lord. Just remember, by the way, this is an adult podcast. So if she says any words that automatically make me think of a swear word, I'm sorry, you can stop listening now. It's an adult podcast. You've had your warning.
Yeah. So if you stick around and get offended, yow felt.
Yow felt.
Okay. I've even put name game on the cards because I couldn't think of a name. Okay, so double take.
Rehearsing.
Interesting. Partners in play.
See, I automatically thought partners in crime, but producers, actually, which will lead us to an advert in a minute.
Okay. Spotlight.
The agency that you have to register with.
Oh, yeah, of course it is. Oh, what was that? Two small brunettes.
Us. Are we natural brunettes? Yeah.
And then finally, chaos and curtain.
Chaos and curtain. So chaos would be all the build-up before a production, and curtain is the final bow that you take and then you get really emotional because it's over. Do you remember 9 to 5 at the end of it? You looked straight at me and Karen and Jessie and you just went, do not cry. And we just blew up as a mess at the end.
They're crying.
Yeah, we're crying.
So the reason I read these out, these were all, I went back in our conversations.
Okay.
And these are all the names we came up with before.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I will tell you what I first immediately thought. I've even written it down in my notes. So partners in play and two small brunettes. And this is where if you are not an adult and you're listening, I thought it was like a softcore porn title. So that's why
we did warn you.
Yeah, we did warn you.
Listening.
So, you know, when I read, because I thought, two
where
small
I
brunettes.
Thought today was going to go was not porn.
Here we are. No, it's not that. But I honestly thought with two small brunettes, that was the one that kept sticking in my head. And I was reading the conversation and I literally say, this won't leave my head. And then I was thinking, yeah, that's us. We're short, we're brunettes. And then I was like, it's starting to sound a bit rude now.
Yeah.
And then when you came out with this one, partners in play, I was like, this is too much. And then we did double take was probably one of our first ones.
It was. So was platform, actually,
yes,
if you remember.
Platform.
That was we thought it looked too like...
We're a stage,
like
hiring crew or something. So we thought that was a bit strange. And then we actually came out, our final one before the final was chaos and curtain.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, we like the chaos, we love the curtain.
But it doesn't work with the and.
No, and then I think one of us just said it. I don't even think it was like we just said, I said it or you said it, and then we responded to another.
But we had such long lists of names. Honestly, it was like naming a child. Although I probably took a longer time naming this. No, I didn't. I did not. I did name my child. It took the full 9 months. But it was the one that stuck. It didn't matter how many others we played with on our logo. Chaos to Curtain was the one that stuck. And the thing that we loved, which we're probably going to be talking about now. I've got a squeaky chair, sorry, but I didn't have time to oil the set
The set.
before.
I mean, we need to go and get those platform people to come and help us out.
Get them, they'll stage it correctly. We just kept playing with everything, didn't we? And we loved the fact that we use different fonts for the words to reflect it. And for those that don't know, a couple of people have mentioned that they see something behind the logo. I'm interested to see if anybody else sees what's behind it. So I was about to say it, but I'm not going to.
No.
If you see something hidden in our logo, comment and let us know, because I'm very, very interested to see if it's been picked up, because it's actually there just for me and Darcy.
And also, it's weirdly, although I do like our logo, it's one of my favourite parts of the logo.
Yeah.
Because when you first sent it me, I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
I was like, that's nice.
Yeah.
So, let us know. So shall we just quickly talk about the logo and actually how we got into it? So the name kind of came after numerous we played with a lot of names, but we were just back and forth at each other, and then Chaos to Kern it was quite organic, really. It just went boom, boom.
Yeah, it was really
and
natural.
Then the logo became it became problematic because I think we were trying to be very different. But
and we were just playing around with too much. We almost needed to go with looking at logos that we liked, but instead of obviously breaching any copyright, we didn't want to copy someone else's logo. So what we did is we actually decided to use AI to go, we've got this name for a theatre company, what would you spit out? And it gave us like 10 different logos, and we realised that actually 9 of them we hated, but one had a bit of a circle on it, and we both liked that. So we're like, okay, we know we want a kind of round theme. And then you said that you really, round theme. For those not watching, we're doing The Whole World Has Got His Hands song from primary school. Okay.
Wowzers.
I think Darcy needs to take a breath, a breather, have a cup of tea, get some fresh air and cool down.
Two Small Brunettes and Partners in Play.
Partners in Play. Well, actually, we are extending the theatre company. No, we're not.
No. I mean, source of revenue. I'm writing that down.
It was just one of those, wasn't it, though? We kind of used a base of AI, and then you said what you liked, and then I put it into Canva, which I love. But Canva's brilliant.
If you want to sponsor us, feel free.
Yeah, hi Canva.
Hi Canva.
If you could give us free subscriptions, that'd be great.
Printable. Well, a lot of it you were saying as well with logos, because obviously, when you see a company, you instantly go, "Oh, that's a nice logo," or you remember. It's meant to be you meant to remember the logo as well, and it's a visual thing. However, there is quite a lot of work that goes into it, because you've got to think, well, how is it going to look printed? How's it going to look on socials? Because we were like, do we do a square one? But then when you're trying to put it on the gram or anything like that, they like circles. Yeah. So then it's like you've got to make sure it works. And then But
the name's got to have a rhythm to it as well, because you can have a great logo, but if your name doesn't get remembered, the logo's pointless. Yeah. But if you have a really good name and then your logo's quite boring, then actually you don't get remembered that way. So there was a lot to play with. I think that was probably our longest part, was loads of designs, and we just kind of chipped away at different things.
Think about colour and not colour, but we've got
the 4 though, haven't we?
Yeah, we've ended with 4. Look, the logo's the same.
Yeah.
The actual structure of the logo. Yeah. But we've got like the different colours.
Yeah, black and white.
So we've got white on black,
I'd say. Black on white, and then we've got rainbow effects on black. And gradient rainbow on white.
Yeah, which I quite like. That's one of my favourites, I think.
Yeah.
It seems to pop quite a lot.
Yeah,
but then the black and the colour does really pop as well.
It does. And with our socials, whenever we're posting, we try and keep with the theme and branding, but change it up between everything, because we realised actually quite a lot of our posting was quite dark, because we were going with the white on black logo instead of using some colour. So then we started introducing pictures and cartoons and things like that, just to have a bit of variety. And it was interesting to see what.
There was one that we did, and he kept coming up with a curtain. This was when the AI was doing it. And he kept coming up with like a broken curtain. And then I looked at one logo, because we have shared them on our socials, so go and check them out, like some of the previous logos. And we'll probably share them again because of this episode. But there was one, and I was like, it just looks Greek. Not that there's anything but like a Greek tragedy play. And I was like, I love all that. But I was like, do they think that's what we're trying to name a play? I was like, I mean, that would be a great name of a play.
Yeah.
Writing that down, copyright, you can't have it.
So
we've
got the patent going.
Yeah. But do you know what I mean? Like, I thought, and so that didn't work. But then not having like a proper like drawing that could get dated, like a, you know what I mean, like a image as such, was good. And then we wanted to make sure that when stuff is printed, to save on cost, we might not be printing in colour if we have to do a leaflet or anything like that.
And we'll try as much to do online, you know. I work in sustainability, so I'll do everything I can to reduce that carbon footprint. But
and I work in the horticulture world, and I'm always about you know, recycling.
Just give people a leaf, you know, with a stamp of I was going to say Coleshill on stage. They're getting free advertisement today. Chaos to curtain. But our time has actually come to an end. We have to stop here. We have set an alarm because some feedback we've got is that we need to keep to the point, and our time has run over. So this is the point we are going to insert a little advert.
The Producers, the musical, is being performed by From the Top Theatre Company at the Highbury Theatre at Sutton Coldfield from the 6th of May to the 9th of May. Get your tickets online at the Highbury Theatre today.
Welcome back to Chaos to Curtain News. So we've got our name, we now need to register it. So this is how we're going to do it. We have to go to Companies House and register with them. And this is United Kingdom's official registrar of companies. It is a government agency for a Department of Business and Trade. And oh yes, I've just had in, it has 3 primary roles we have to do. Incorporation, this is when someone starts a limited company and then you get a certificate to say you've issued. Transparency, every year companies are legally required to file accounts and a confirmation statement who owns and runs the company. This is then public information available for all. And then finally, we have to do dissolution. If a company does come down to it, hopefully, and we know we don't get struck off for not following the rules, companies have to handle its formalities. And that's the last bit. Over to you, Claire, with the weather.
I mean, bravo. So we have the weather over here. The price to register a company is £100. And if we look over to the Midlands area, we can see the founders agreement with intention for shared agreement is another thing that we will be looking at. One more thing that we can expect over the next coming days is this is going to lead on to other boring bits that we are going to share with you. That is not the end because Darcy is bringing out a load of paperwork. So for those that are listening, this noise is, I thought she was going to hit me with it. This is something.
So this is basically everything we have to cover to just get this company off the ground before we even start thinking about putting on a play. So we've got to get a bank account, and you can't have a bank account without a contract, but then you have to have a contract with a bank account. Confusing. Registering company name, you need to have a contract, which we're doing. You have to get advice, and there's loads of places which we will link at another time. We have to have podcasts, we need funding, we're doing our show rights, we need to have insurance.
I mean, I'm good at social media.
No, you can't just do social media. So we've got quite a lot of stuff to do, and this is all the contract info and stuff and places which we will share with you next
This is
time.
longer than scripts.
Yes, I know.
Have you read all of this?
No, I got halfway through and fell asleep. So I need to read the other half. So yeah, this is
But we've actually got to do all of this.
Yeah. Shit.